Paper was like gold in medieval times.
Oh, not tobacco. Sugar.
That everything we thought we knew about the world might turn out to be completely wrong.
A lone female wolf trots along a road in Yellowstone National Park. She's seeking a territory and a mate. That black male wolf she mated with last winter, she'd had a pup by him, but she raised it in her parents' pack until disaster struck. Last autumn, a neighboring wolf pack killed her parents, the White-Hayden female, and her mate. This wolf escaped, but her sister fled Yellowstone with this wolf's pup and the remaining pack members. She grew up in Yellowstone's lush Hayden Valley, between Yellowstone Canyon and Yellowstone Lake. For 2 years, in her parents' pack, this wolf received an education in survival. She learned to hunt with her pack and to defend their food from the bears that so often steal wolf kills. She helped raise her own black pup and those of her mother. Then trouble came with a competing wolf pack, the Molly's pack. She carries her mother's genes for a white coat. She's rare among wolves, becoming the next white wolf of the Yellowstone Canyon pack. But one wolf doesn't make a pack. It starts with 2. And today, she has picked up the scent of other wolves. She's calling for her kind. If a pack answers with a territorial howl, she'll keep silent and leave. But White Wolf has found just what she's been looking for: a male wolf. This wolf will be called Gray Hunter. In the weeks that follow, he will distinguish himself as the pack's Gray Hunter. But White Wolf's important find is one of Gray Hunter's brothers. He's the black wolf she mated with last year. Later, he will be radio-collared and become Wolf 712. The collared gray he dominates is a third brother, Big Gray. White Wolf and 712 wag their tails high. The sign they will be the breeding, or alpha pair, of the new Canyon pack. 712 and his brothers are former Molly's wolves, the pack that killed White Wolf's parents. But for this generation, those rivalries are forgotten. White Wolf and 712 have found each other just in time for mating season. Female wolves can only mate for a week or so. When she is ready, she averts her tail so that he will know. 712 makes it clear to Gray Hunter that he cannot court White Wolf. Even though they are brothers, they are also competitors. There can only be one alpha male. The alpha pair are tied together in the mating process. But Gray Hunter keeps trying. White Wolf may have chosen 712 over his brothers because his dark color could be an advantage to their pups. Researchers have learned that pups from one gray and one black parent have a stronger immune system. So Yellowstone wolves often breed with a wolf of the opposite color. After the tie breaks, Gray Hunter still follows White Wolf. Big Gray howls for the pack. White Wolf and 712 answer. As Gray Hunter returns from hunting, White Wolf waits with high expectations, because the males will be responsible for feeding her in the first weeks of denning. She waits to see what he brings. But this time, Gray Hunter has no food to share. White Wolf tugs at Gray Hunter's ruff, as if to let him know he's come up short. His tail drops. He seems to take her meaning. Several otter families share this riverside with the wolves, too. Wolves bring food and bone toys to the pups, while otters create icy slides down the hillside. For otters, this is the most efficient way to travel. Occasionally, wolves kill otters, but ordinarily the two species coexist. In early spring, elk return to Hayden Valley. The herds leave every winter to avoid the heavy snows and severe temperatures of higher elevations. The return of elk means food for the canyon pack. They've made a kill. Ravens and an eagle arrive to share the kill, as they always do. White Wolf will carry meat to her pups at the den. She'll regurgitate it as a slightly digested meal for them. Spring continues to push into Yellowstone and Hayden Valley, where the snow may linger until late May. White Wolf now has given birth to 2 gray pups. But in spring and summer, the seasons when wolf pups need lots of nutrition, most elk move to higher elevations, such as the pack's home territory, Hayden Valley. So they will need to return there too. The canyon pair, White Wolf and 712, begin to move their pups 40 miles south. Wolves often choose dens near a downfall, but the move is made by using several temporary dens along the way. One of the temporary shelters is an old culvert. It is still some distance from Hayden Valley, and so will be only temporary for the pups. "712 seems restless. He wants to get his pups into a better den, one that is warmer and more secure. 712 has brought food in his belly. He regurgitates meat and the two scarf it down. 712 attempts to pick up one of the pups. Usually a mother wolf is the only one who carries the pups when moving the den. But eventually, 712 will help with the move and carry a pup. He begins moving his litter to a third den in Hayden Valley, followed by White Wolf. Throughout most of the year, bison calves and young bulls live with the cows in large herds. The broad Yellowstone River is easily crossed by these excellent swimmers. Water is shed with high kicks and a leaping run. Small groups of mature bulls live separately from larger groups of cows and calves. In late summer, bison begin their rut, or mating season. Male bison rejoin the cow herds. They compete for the chance to breed the females. Old companions now become rivals. A 2,000-pound bull is a serious and dangerous adversary. The fights can be deadly. A bison gored in a fight may end up dying of his injuries, thus providing food for wolves and bears. During the night, a bull has died from injuries sustained in a fight. A grizzly bear has found the dead bison. The bear, as usual, takes command of the carcass, which the wolves have killed. The bull weighed 2,000 pounds when alive. Though the bear weighs no more than 700 pounds, he uses leverage and powerful muscle to turn the carcass. The bear's presence forces the canyon pack to wait before they can feed. The carcass attracts a surprise visitor. The large black wolf with a radio collar is the alpha male from the Molly's pack. He is also the father of 712 and Big Gray. So the two males do not attack him as they would an outsider. However, the addition of the large black wolf is no help in running off the grizzly. The two brothers of the canyon pack have not been with the Molly's pack for 6 months. The males still show submission to the newcomer. Big Gray's quickness allows him to steal a scrap before the grizzly is on him. In the heat of the day, a bear will usually retreat to rest in the shade of the forest. White Wolf does not rebuff the Molly's wolf, even though he's one of the wolves that killed her parents. She communicates her willingness to be courted by the intruding male. She holds her tail high. Such communication can save a smaller wolf's life. They court momentarily, then it's off to the den with a load of bison meat in their stomachs. The green grass of summer has turned gold in Hayden Valley. By September, the wolves are no longer using a den for their pups. Gray Hunter places his paw over White Wolf. It could be an affectionate gesture, or it may connote dominance or courting. The members of the pack must bond with each other if it is going to remain a stable pack. At times, White Wolf seems to flirt with each of the brothers. Mating is a straightforward biological function. There are no moral judgments in this process, though it is a right reserved to the alpha pair. Only one of the culvert pups has survived. He joins the socializing adults, learning the ways of the wolf. Researchers find that packs with more male wolves have a better chance of winning in a clash with another pack. White Wolf has seen how wrong things can go in a conflict. She saw her parents killed in a battle with the Molly's pack. Wolves are constantly reinforcing their social bonds. Mostly wolves depend on getting along. A bull has died from long festering injuries sustained during the rutting season. A coyote feeds, unaware of the approaching wolf pack. Coyotes are always a target for wolves. 712 leads the charge, but White Wolf is lighter and faster than the male. They will run down and kill the smaller canid if they can catch it. The young pup stays back with the carcass. The pack runs in to claim their prize and immediately begin to feed on the carcass. They never know when a grizzly might arrive. This grizzly shows the signs of many encounters with other large bears, tattered and missing ears being the evidence. But he is still powerful and takes over their kill. Even in packs, the wolves are no match for large grizzlies. Eventually, the wolves leave. Gray Hunter tests a cow and her calf. Wolves chase and bite at prey to discover their fitness. If an animal is sick, injured, or malnourished, wolves know they may have a chance of taking it down. Knowing when to quit is important, though, so that wolves don't burn precious calories trying for elk that are too strong. Experienced cows employ several strategies to throw off the wolves, like running into a swift river. 712 gives up on the hunt. In October, snows come to Hayden Valley, before the first snows at lower elevations. As the elk leave the valley, White Wolf leads her pack north toward the Mammoth Hot Springs area. The brothers follow, Big Gray, 712, and Gray Hunter. A journey of 40 miles. The pack lingers near Roaring Mountain, south of their destination. The hissing fumaroles are quieter now than they were a century ago. Here, elk herds also pause before moving north. A lone pup doesn't have siblings to challenge and test his growing muscles and reflexes. White Wolf steps into the role. She seems to be a patient mother and to enjoy the game as much as he does. Though occasionally, she shows her teeth to back him off. Perhaps he nips too hard. Gray Hunter pursues a lone cow elk. Another cow and her calf huddle together in the lake. When the elk plunges into the water, she is submerged in freezing surroundings, temperatures in the 30s. At first glance, the cow with a calf might seem an obvious choice for Gray Hunter. He could distract the mother and get the calf. Instead, he focuses on the lone cow. The cow must leave the lake, or she may suffer hypothermia. On land, the wolves attack. Gray Hunter follows her along the bank, forcing her to stay in the frigid water. As she swims past, we see that she has a swollen jaw. Wolves exploit any defect or vulnerability in the elk. This is why Gray Hunter concentrates on the lone cow, ignoring the cow-calf pair. This game has gone on for over an hour. The cow makes one last effort to escape the freezing water. Gray Hunter sees his chance. The wolves pursue the cow and kill her in the trees. White Wolf howls to rally the rest of the pack. Thanks to Gray Hunter, the pack now feeds again. Along with her pup, White Wolf plays with Gray Hunter. The pup finds an opening to attack the flanks of his distracted mother. These are the jaw bones from the dead elk. Clearly, the left side of the jaw is badly deformed. The wolves are keenly alert to any elk with a defect. In early September, the elk herds begin the autumn rut. By the end of October, exhausted bulls may not recover well enough to endure winter stresses. Weakened bulls can fall prey to wolves. The canyon pack has killed a bull elk during the night. But once again, a bear has stolen the pack's carcass. The bear hovers over the carcass, ready to defend it. He's covered it with grass, typical of bears, claiming that this carcass is now his. White Wolf avoids a charge. But the bear will not be driven from this carcass. The pack is hungry, so they linger, looking for an opening. Gray Hunter chews on a stray bone as a hungry pup approaches. Helpless in the face of the bear, the wolves mill around. Once he steals a carcass, a bear spends a lot of time keeping everyone off it. The wolves give up. The grizzly is left to defend his stolen prey against other scavengers. Ravens. Ravens bedevil the bear. They are quick-witted and agile. The bear is in hyperphagia, a feeding frenzy to put on enough fat before his winter hibernation. Other animals are on the move. Bohemian waxwings flock up and fly to lower elevations for the winter. Even in the bird world, individuals can show aggressiveness. The canyon pack is reduced to their original members, the three brothers and White Wolf. The lone surviving pup has gone missing. He seemed healthy when last seen. Usually about 50% of the new pups survive into their first winter. His loss is a mystery. The canyon pack is on the move again, in the endless pursuit of food. Any pack that lives in Hayden must solve the problem of getting prey in winter. White Wolf pushes north through Swan Lake Flats, beneath the majestic Electric Peak. Finally, the canyon pack arrives in the Mammoth Hot Springs area. White Wolf has traveled many of the park roads, and some of those lead to wintering elk. There is less snow here, so many of the park's elk will winter here. The alpha female of the Quadrant Mountain Pack is another of the rare white wolves. She tests a cow. The wolf's strategy is to provoke panic, causing one to flee. Facing a bunched group of cow elk, the wolves have little chance of a kill. The Quadrant Mountain wolves give up. Wolves only succeed in killing about 15% of the animals they target. Dawn finds White Wolf near houses at Mammoth Hot Spring. The canyon pack members accept humans as part of their natural environment. The pack returns to a kill made near the Mammoth area. Like her mother, White Wolf whitens as she matures. .712 is also showing gray around his muzzle. .712 relies on his brothers, but he's always vigilant about keeping them separate from his mate during breeding season. White Wolf will soon be an estrus. .712 and his brothers are the world to White Wolf. So she lifts her tail to Big Gray. Yet there is still a deep bond between the two brothers. The breeding pair often rest close together, especially in winter when mating time nears. Full now and dozing, the wolves ignore the scavengers at their carcass nearby. A golden eagle sees an opportunity. A coyote carries some meat a safe distance from the wolves. Coyotes often lose food to large eagles like this, but this time the coyote does not back down. In the wild, a single meal could mean the difference in life or death. In this case, the coyote wins. Gray Hunter is an alpha male wannabe. When he's away from .712, he marks his territory. Usually it's only the breeding pair, male and female, who lift their legs to mark. .712 has left White Wolf to investigate an old kill, so he has left Gray Hunter and White Wolf together. Gray Hunter hopes to court White Wolf. It's his chance to become alpha for the day. Researchers are studying why wolves howl. to locate each other, bond as a group, claim territory, or for other reasons known only to wolves. One reason seems to be to rally the pack. Separated members can locate unseen members. Big Gray joined 712 in calling the two missing members. Gray Hunter responds by leaving White Wolf to rejoin his brothers. Finally, she also responds to their howling, taking her ribs to go. Wolves usually leave these parts to all the scavengers: ravens, eagles, magpies, foxes. Big Gray spots a strange wolf. Mange has affected this gray wolf. The mite is not native to Yellowstone, but was introduced by the Park Service in the 1920s to kill wolves. Big Gray seems to know that the wolf is too weak to be a threat. Some bison remain in the heart of Yellowstone, and the Molly's pack stays through the winter to hunt them. They have become specialists in hunting bison in deep snow. The entire Molly's pack had contracted the mange mite. Their stringy tails indicate the scratching they have endured. Bison are the most difficult and dangerous prey for wolves. Eventually, all the Mollies would survive the cold, but also have thick, healthy new coats, even as they continued to prey on bison. In the Mammoth area, the canyon pack has a much easier time finding food. White-tailed deer are a smaller prey which winter here. With acute hearing and long-range vision, the deer is sensitive to signs of predators. Gray Hunter, White Wolf, and 712 make a run up the hill in pursuit. The white tails are like flags. When they run from danger, it is a signal to other deer. The deer had a head start and have escaped the wolves easily. The deer are not a primary prey for the wolves of Yellowstone. They will have to turn their attention to other prey. In Yellowstone Park, groomed roads make travel between hunting grounds easier. Traveling in deep snow has an energy cost that the wolves can now avoid. Now, most elk move to higher elevations. So the canyon pack will need to return to the pack's home territory, Hayden Valley. The Yellowstone River flows through the center of Hayden Valley. Otters live in the river and thrive on fish they find there. In Hayden Valley, otters have had a good winter. Sometimes, two otter families will meet. They signal to other otters that they have passed this spot by scent marking, leaving droppings called scat. Capturing fish is, for them, easy and the primary item in their diet. Otters obtain their vitamins by eating the organs of their prey. They are not solitary animals. They like to run with a gang. The scat droppings are territorial messages for other otters, but the wolves are attracted to the smells and the remains of the otter's catches. Otter scat must be appealing. If it's odoriferous, wolves, like domestic dogs, love to roll in it. It's thought that wolves may do this to disguise their own smell. The otter dropping smell is not threatening to elk or bison, so carrying the smell of the scat, it may be easier for a predator to get closer to prey. This is not a proven theory, however. 712 just watches this activity. Elk return to Hayden Valley on spring migration. With pups on the way, White Wolf needs plenty of food. 712 begins a hunt. White Wolf joins the chase. Usually the big males jump at the throat of the elk. Females attack the hindquarters. Gray Hunter sprints in. In the early morning, Hayden Valley is often covered in fog. This bear has newly emerged from hibernation. 712 persists in hanging around, trying for a bit of the carcass. The bear says, "No way." Late spring is the bountiful season in Yellowstone. Snows give way to rains, and snowmelt waters the grasses, trees, and wildflowers. Every form of life hurries into bloom or birth. Mammals come into labor at this season, so their young can make the best of the short growing season. For ungulates, like elk, the race is to birth and raise calves while there's plenty of fresh young vegetation. Wolves may take elk calves, but the amount of food that provides is small. Before the calves are old enough to join their herds, the cows hide them in downfall and grasses. Bears have learned to hunt these newborns before they are 7 days old, when they become able to run. Bears kill more elk calves than any other predator, more than the wolves kill. Yellowstone sits in an ancient caldera, which still percolates just beneath the surface of the land. For wolves, spring is a hard season. The elk become strong and can run unhindered now by snow. It is a crucial time to make a kill. White Wolf is back at the den, nursing pups. So the three brothers are on an endless quest for food. They have taken on a cow with lots of fight left in her. Yet something tells the brothers she is vulnerable. 712 fastens on her throat. Gray Hunter hangs on, though he's nearly drowned. Big Gray arrives to help. From death comes life. An eagle scans for mobs of ravens and magpies that usually get to a carcass first. The males will gorge to replenish calories, but soon they'll carry food in their bellies to White Wolf. There is now plenty of food to bring to the new pups. The bald eagle will also feast from results of the wolf kill. She may be feeding chicks, too. For the next 4 years, White Wolf and 712 have litters together. They will travel Yellowstone's roads to drier elevations and then back again, the seasons dictating where they will raise their family and where they will hunt elk. In 2012, mange ran through the canyon pack. Some died, but White Wolf and 712 survived to raise yet another litter of pups. The howl of the pack echoed over the valley. Another generation of canyon pups have grown into yearlings. The mange mite has visited every wolf pack in northern Yellowstone. The mite burrows into the skin and causes scratching, to where the hair may fall out. Wolves can recover to have a healthy coat once again, but the infection can last quite a long time. Yearlings have a lot to learn about hunting. Some only watch their elders make kills. But the yearlings make a game of it, although the elk may not appreciate the game. The yearlings are full of energy, and the game may last half an hour as the yearlings explore their hunting skills. One even play bows to the elk. The elk won't play. So the young wolves turn to each other for play as they race back to the den. Gray Hunter still brings home meat. He's found a bison cow in trouble. Though sick and dying, this cow outweighs the wolf. Standing, she can deliver fatal kicks when she faces him, so he cannot attack. But experience tells him she is too weak to fend him off. The old cow will not live long anyway. And so, from death comes life. The next morning, the pack feeds on the old cow. 712 carries off a great prize, the liver. But before the wolves can eat much, a large bear takes over the carcass. The wolves are well practiced in running off grizzlies. But just as the large bear gives up, a 3-year-old sub-adult bear arrives. He is half the size of the big male. Wolves do not ingest much plant food. They obtain their vitamins by eating the organs of their prey. Wolves and bears are seldom seen eating side by side. This bear shows no aggression toward the wolves, and this behavior, along with its small size, allows the two species to feed side by side. They allow him to share the meal with them, most unusual in the world of the wolf. This is one of the last kills Gray Hunter gives to the canyon pack. He'll soon leave to make his own way in the world. Without a radio collar to identify and locate him, he is soon lost to Yellowstone researchers and observers. But each year, White Wolf and her mate continue to produce and nurture pups. Some thrive, and then, like Gray Hunter, leave. Their howls echo from the surrounding mountains. Because their territory is so narrow and bounded by larger packs, and because they live in such a forbidding climate, the canyon pack never grows very large. The litters are small compared to other packs in Yellowstone, and yearlings seem to leave the pack more frequently. Perhaps the limitations of winter food also affect pack size, but it seems to endure. 712 has gone gray, and White Wolf has a fixed limp. But even this year, the pair miraculously has another litter. For reasons unknown, White Wolf, after 6 years, abandons her valley home. She moves her pack out of Hayden Valley to the Old Faithful area. The new White Wolf in Hayden Valley is their 2-year-old daughter. She has scoured the valley, looking for a mate. Just in time, a graying black wolf migrated into Hayden Valley. 755 has a history. He once headed a flourishing pack, but human hunters killed his mate. 755 seemed to be riding high. 755 joined up with a young white 2-year-old, the daughter of the canyon pair. For the last 2 years, their pack, the Wapiti Lake Pack, now calls Hayden Valley home. 755 has fathered 2 litters with her. In the summer of 2016, the lives of 755 and his Wapiti mate take an unusual turn. The pack began the summer in harmony. 755 had aged, but he seemed an avid father. With only 2 adults and a well-trained yearling, the parents managed to feed 4 new pups. The pups thrive in their forested den. But one pup retreats into the trees. Then, 3 black wolves from the Molly's pack, looking to form a pack of their own, turn up. The 3 Molly wolves chase 755, but do not catch him. Over the next month, 755 returned to his den site to feed his pups when the 3 intruders were not in the area. But they prevent him from approaching his pack. Over and over, they drive him away. So, 755 again travels the park, looking for a future. In their first encounter, the female Wapiti yearling tests one of the invading males and finds him acceptable. Since 755 was chased away, she accepts these males, who were formerly a threat to her. The alpha female courts the new males, even bringing her 4 pups to the introduction. In a move that has never been documented in Yellowstone wolf history, the white alpha female takes up with the 3 young males, even though her mate is not dead. The 3 Molly wolves bond with the 2 females and their pups to form a stronger pack, one that can more easily defend Hayden Valley from encroaching packs. The Wapiti pack is now the 3rd pack that has called Hayden Valley home, and the 3rd led by a white daughter. The Kenyan white female still comes to Mammoth in the winter, and her daughter now leads a pack in Yellowstone once again. Hayden Valley is now the home of a 3rd family led by a white female. The granddaughter of the original white wolf, she now leads 9 wolves. A new family to continue the call of the wild in Yellowstone National Park.